My favorite Ram is on the phone, Marshall Faulk. Hi, Marshall.
Hi, Suzy.
Did you hear me call you my favorite Ram? Just making sure.
I heard that. I heard it means a lot to me.
It does, right?
Really does.
Yeah, I figured as much. I know where my bread is buttered. Hi, Marshall. Marshall, question for you. Did you see the crazy press conference at all? I sent you a couple clips. I'm sure that you saw it. Aaron Rodgers unpacking in Green Bay. He came in yesterday looking a little bit like Blade Runner with his hair in a man bun, a chill Kevin shirt on, flip-flops, a backpack. And today he unloaded a whole lot of cerebral Aaron in Green Bay. What do you make of what's going on there?
Oh, I think they made up and they don't want to tell us. You know, it's like you don't want to tell your friend when the girlfriend you broke up with and you said you weren't going to get back with her, and you do, and you don't know how to tell your friend. So you just say a bunch of stuff, and that's what this sounded like today. I just, if it's not personnel, then what is it? I just want to know what else affects him doing his job.
And at this point, hasn't he earned the right to be in the conversation? There's no Packer quarterback who's been there longer. This is his 17th season. He is who he is. Hasn't he earned the right to be in the conversation?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, I think so. And the thing about it is, why wasn't he? Like, who doesn't ask their quarterback? Like, your quarterback's older than your head coach. It just blows my mind. And these are the problems. These are the problems and the decisions. And I'm going to say this. Obviously, I think the last two guys that's left that just has carte blanche to do this kind of stuff is, Belichick and Greg Popovich in sports. I don't think anybody else can pull these kind of stunts. And when you look at what's happened with them two, with Kawhi Leonard wanting to leave San Antonio, and then Tom Brady leaving and going to win in Tampa, it's like people are questioning, because we're not talking about the Spurs in the playoffs right now. We're just not. And last year, we'll see, because New England did some different stuff. You just have to handle it different. And I don't know. I just felt like Green Bay was always a functional organization. We never heard these kind of things coming out of Green Bay. And here we are.
I blame it on the shareholders. Mike Del Tufo is a shareholder for Green Bay. So I think it's just bad management and bad shareholding.
Man, Del Tufo, you were probably like, you were like, oh, what?
Exactly.
When Schefter broke that story, I mean, I was like, it was like you were hearing a lie. It was the first time that Adam broke a story, and I was like, Adam's lying.
Because it seems ridiculous. It seems ridiculous.
Exactly. I mean, Adam breaks a lot of stories, and I'm like, oh man, there's Schefter. This one, I was like, he's lying. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, Marshall. What do you think about? Rich has been on this too about the Tom Brady effect. That like Tom Brady basically saying, I'm out, I'm leaving New England, and then doing it his way, going to Tampa, them accommodating him in basically bringing in his friends, Gronk and Leonard Fournette and Antonio Brown. And then they won a Super Bowl, and then all these other quarterbacks, Rodgers, Russell Wilson, looked at that and went, why can't we do that here?
I want some of that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say more than anything, I'm going to put it just to add a little twist to it. It was the fact that although Tom still wanted to play, New England they were not like, okay, let's do it Tom's way after all that he had done. And if I'm looking, I'm like, okay, he's won this many Super Bowls, I've won this many. Hold on, wait. They got rid of Favre for me. I got to get out of here.
Right.
I got to go somewhere where they're going to let me kind of have some say. And the reality is that's what he's looking for. He's looking for more say. Now, whether he's going to have that, I don't know. It's tough, man. And players are starting to understand the dynamic of the power that they have in the game. And let me say this: the quarterback, because of how much they're paying them and how we have put so much onus on the position to where, I mean, they control the game. They literally control the game.
Marshall, the power has shifted, and it keeps shifting in the National Football League. Davante Adams was asked today if he would take a discount if Rodgers is back in 2022. He said, that's not going to happen. What other profession do you see where you take less than what you've been earned? I've earned the right to be paid the highest in the league. If somebody had asked you to take a discount, what would what would you have said to them, Marshall Faulk?
Hey, man, listen, I took discounts from my last year in college all the way down to when I played Little League. All that was discount. You got to see free football. When it's time to get paid, it's time to get paid.
That's right.
Talk about no discount. Go walk into Neiman Marcus and ask for a discount.
So true.
Yeah, go try that. You walk into Saks and ask for a discount. They gonna send you to off Saks Fifth Avenue. They got a whole different. They don't even do this. They got a whole different store. If you want a discount, that's what I'm talking about. You don't do that. Why do you put in the work? Why do you put in the work?
It's bananas.
This game is, man, it's amazing. It's amazing, and it's amazing at who they pull that crap with.
Right.
That's the thing that gets me. It's amazing at who they pull that crap with. Like, I was just thinking, like, okay, so Matthew Stafford just went to a better team with a better coach in a better situation. Did he take less money?
Well, the price of living is very high in Malibu. We can't ask him to take a cut.
Listen, he's been balling over budget for a long time. Let's be real. And now you get on a better team. He should have went in and say, "Hey, you guys want $10 million?
Yeah, I'll give you money back." Yeah.
Who you guys want to get Julio Jones? I can give you 10. We can get Julio. Like, he should have been doing anything. But we don't. We just don't ask that from the position. I mean, I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, and you would think Green Bay, knowing Aaron, it's his 17th year with the team. Like, they know his personality. They had to have known this wasn't going to fly with him.
But let's just say this. And nobody said this because the totality, we're thinking about Aaron Rodgers leaving. Like, that's what we're thinking about. Hey, Aaron Rodgers played awful in the game. They lost because of his interception.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm just saying. And normally when they lose, it's not his fault.
Right.
It's just not his fault. It's not. It's like the offensive line or this or that. Or defense couldn't stop nobody. But I'm just going, like, Tom Brady outplayed him.
Well, it wasn't Aaron's decision to kick a field goal either.
Well, it was Aaron's reason why they were kicking a field goal.
Well, he didn't run it in, I guess.
Hey, I'm just listen, man. Listen, we play the game. We play the game. You open yourself up for everything. It's like, all right, these decisions need to be made, and the questions got to be asked.
Are you surprised that he showed up? Are you surprised that Aaron's back?
Man, that's a lot of money on the table. Like, when people are talking about, oh yeah, he's gonna sit out, it's a lot of money on the table. I don't care what you say. Like, you show up to camp and don't do nothing, but you don't not show up. That's a lot of money.
Because there was the check that he would have to write. I mean, it started with a 30. I mean, that's a check if he sat out. I mean, that's a lot of coin.
Yep. And here's the thing. Where else? Like, he didn't have a destination. Like, it's not like he had a place he could go. He just didn't have that. He doesn't have it. some stuff has to happen for things to happen his way. I mean, if they hadn't drafted Trey Lance, I mean, San Francisco would be a lock.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they still are. To give that kid, a couple of years to maybe sit behind him? Maybe next year, who knows?
And also, Marshall, you're a business guy. A team has to draft a good quarterback. You have to have a plan. It doesn't always have to be personal, does it?
Exactly. It doesn't. It doesn't. But I'm going to assume that he asked questions and they told him, mind your business. And they didn't give him the answers that he wanted. Because he's a level-headed guy. This is just not, that's when, when the comments started coming out.
Fascinating.
But, obviously, cash rules everything around me. He's in camp.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk joins us here on the Rich Eisen Show. Suzy Shuster in for Rich. Marshall, curious on your thoughts on Simone Biles. We've had more calls today than I can remember. People want to opine on her. What's your thought as a professional athlete looking at this 24-year-old with the weight of the world on her shoulders, saying that she had to step away?
Well, here's what I'm going to say, all right? And I know the people are not going to like this and they don't want to hear anything. We as professional athletes, let's just say things aren't going right. Normally it was just like we were nervous, we were scared, but now we have this I'm a step away. Mentally, I'm not ready. And there's a mentally something wrong and mentally I'm not ready. I don't think they're the same thing. And we don't know what it is. We don't know. I mean, it could be serious. I mean, Naomi Osaka, she lost in the Olympics. It was like, wow, man, I never saw her play that bad. But we have to give athletes space and understand that we go through things mentally as well. But as athletes, we also have to understand that, let's not use that in a sense as a potential out when we may be not at our best. So people can't take shots at us or say things or question. And that's the dynamic that we're in now when you look at it. It's like, because if you don't want to give any analysis on it, because if something's mentally wrong with her, which we'll never find out, you don't want to be the person who people come after. But just looking at it from both sides, athlete side, being the person who played high-pressure situations, and I've stunk it up before, man, if I could have just said, I'm going to take, we lost the Super Bowl because I fumbled and I didn't play well. Yeah, I'm going to take the next month or two off and get my mental health right. Yeah, my mental health was messed up after we lost. It's sensitive. It's very sensitive. And everybody, where we're at in today's world, everybody steps away from it, and you have to. And you have to respect where the athlete may very well be. But as an analyst, you still do your job and give your opinion about it and understand that you're not condoning. You're just, hey, here's the other side of it. Like I said, I wish when I played bad, I had something to say other than I stunk it up.
What was it like for you, Marshall, since you brought it up?
No, I mean, it's just a bad. When you lose games or big games, and you don't get the job done. I mean, you're mentally searching for, okay, what's wrong with me? I mean, I remember like my maybe third or fourth year in Indy. I was in a little bit of a funk, and I don't know, maybe it was a mental thing. I don't know. I have no idea if that's what it was, but I know I wasn't, as clear-minded, and and I think that's we don't, that's that tough mentality and we're like, hey, just get help, seek help, find somebody to help you work through this, because later in life it could help you. So, and I think everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through it. And I just think now people are more vocal about it, trying to help others. But I just want to make sure, a reporter or somebody is like going in on somebody asking, because this person is kind of arrogant about their game and always doing well, and something happens, and then you're asking them, okay, what happened? What's going on? And they drop the mental health issue on you. You got to kind of let up now.
I think
you got to go next subject or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think there's so much pushback because people seem to feel that athletes are hiding behind it as if it's an excuse. But those are people who've never played the game or done a double flip into a triple twisting double back.
Exactly. And listen, it's high pressure. It's a lot. And just going from last Olympics to this Olympics, and then you get put on hold for a year. I mean, this young lady, listen, I'm going to say this, high pressure, intense situation is not like, she's not like us. She don't get games every week and then another season. I mean, it's every 4 years. You got to be great. You got to be your best. And, I feel for her. And because so much was expected of her coming in. I mean, I saw her in commercials. My gosh, man, the most commercials I've ever seen somebody in over the past year, maybe 2 years, and rightfully deserved. And there's a lot of pressure that comes with that.
Marshall Faulk here on the Rich Eisen Show. Suzy Shuster in for Rich. Before we let you go, Marshall, and thanks again for your time, let's go a little light. We need a little light. It's been a heavy Wednesday, Marshall. So in the last segment, we talked about sugar cereal. There you go. I just made the turn. Because we have to. Because you know what? This is such a heavy subject matter that it can bring us all down.
Yeah.
And it's worth talking about. But at the end of the day, we have to all, as I keep saying throughout this entire show, compassion. Until you get off the couch, until you try that yourself, compassion. Try it. It doesn't hurt. Anger isn't great. But we have to find levity or else we'll drive ourselves crazy. So we talked. So let me ask you, what's your favorite sugar cereal, Marshall? Because we need to laugh a little bit.
Yeah. My favorite sugar cereal now, it's a toss-up between Honey Smacks and Captain Crunch Berry.
Ooh, Crunch Berry.
So I'm like, yeah, I can like those two. They I'm torn. I never know which way to go.
Right. Do you ever mix them together?
No, never.
Purist. Yeah, purist.
That would mess up my milk, because the flavored milk afterwards is like the best.
Exactly.
TJ, see?
Yeah. Marshall knows.
Yeah. You got to drink the milk, Marshall, right? You got to.
Oh yeah, you have to. Have to.
It's mandatory.
Do you go full cow or do you go oat or almond?
I'm a lactate kind of guy.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a lactate kind of guy.
So when I serve you for Thanksgiving and I make mashed potatoes, do I have to use like a lactate-free or a lactose-free butter for the mashed potatoes that I won't buy? I'll buy anyway. Who am I kidding?
Nah. I'm okay with whatever you make it with. I'll just blow up your bathroom later.
Okay, Marshall, real quick, now that we're laughing.
Oh my God.
We were on a 2000s rap video kick the other day.
Yes.
And noticed that you and Big Game and DeMarco Farr are in the Air Force One's video. Can you just quickly tell us how that came about and if there are any crazy stories of that day?
Yep, the stories were very crazy. Me and Nelly were still friends. We'll continue to be friends, but I'm not telling them to you guys. But it was fun. We had a really good time, and that was back in the day when videos was videos, and they were making real videos, and on set was, whew, man.
By the way, nothing makes me laugh like a poop joke. Is that wrong? I mean, that's like, do I have airplane humor? I'm like a 12-year-old.
Well, when he said blow it up, I think that's that's kind of what took it to the next
I know,
level.
I'm a little scared of that right now.
All right,
Just saying.
We'll have to get the Air Force One videos next time. Stories.
Marshall, miss ya.
Miss you guys. Y'all have a good one.
Take it easy,
Thanks for
Marshall.
having me on. Appreciate it.
Be good, brother. Talk soon.
That's the great Marshall Faulk. He's not a Hall of Famer for nothing.
Best.
Don't ask him to take a discount. We just learned that lesson.
Absolutely not.
No.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.